This episode is built around the men, though everything you're about to hear applies to women too. Taya of Bosmora and Raffaele of 1H Scripts dig into the research on magnesium and cardiovascular risk, testosterone, body composition, and why this one mineral might be doing more for men's health in midlife than most people realize.
Welcome back to Scoop on Supplements, Episode 4. And this one is really built around our core audience, men in the 45 to 59 age range and the women that care about them. Raffaele, where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with the heart, because that's where some of the most compelling long-term data lives. There's a study published in the American Journal of Medical Science, Yang and colleagues, 2024, that looked at dietary magnesium intake and a 10-year risk of a first major atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease event. The finding, high magnesium intake was inversely associated with that risk, particularly in people whose baseline cardiovascular risk was already at or above 7.5%.
And for most men in their late 40s and 50s, 7.5% baseline cardiovascular risk is exactly the territory they're in or approaching.
Exactly. And there's long-term data too. A large study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology followed participants for over 30 years, found that a magnesium-rich diet pattern, for instance with whole grains, nuts, legumes, coffee, and tea, was independently associated with meaningfully reduced cardiovascular disease risk. This is not a small, short-term trial. This is decades of follow-up.
And on blood pressure specifically?
Magnesium taurate, the form with taurine, has research showing reductions of 8 to 11 millimeters of mercury in systolic blood pressure, the upper number, and 4 millimeters of diastolic, the bottom reading. And critically, if someone is already on a diuretic for hypertension, that medication is actively depleting their magnesium. So they could be managing blood pressure while making the underlying mineral deficiency worse at the same time.
That's really interesting. Now, the testosterone question. I know that's the one that a lot of our listeners will be most curious about.
This research is genuinely interesting. A 2011 study by Sinar and colleagues published in Biological Trace Element Research found that magnesium supplementation increased both free and total testosterone in men, in sedentary men, and in athletes, with greater increases in those who were exercising regularly.
And there is a mechanism behind that. It's not just a statistical correlation.
There is. Magnesium appears to reduce levels of sex hormone binding globulin, or SHBG. SHBG is a protein that binds to testosterone and renders it biologically inactive. As men age, SHBG naturally rises, which means your total testosterone can look completely normal on a blood test, while your free, unusable testosterone is actually quite low. Magnesium may help keep more testosterone in free circulation. It also supports the Leydig cells in the testes, which are responsible for testosterone production itself.
That's really interesting. So it's working on both production and availability at the same time.
And there's a body composition data that I think will interest a lot of people. Research shows that increasing magnesium intake by just 10 milligrams per 1,000 calories per day is associated with a measurable reduction in BMI and waist circumference in men. None of this is magic, but it is foundational support that compounds over time.
This is exactly the kind of unsexy foundational mineral work we look at when we're developing products at Bosmora. The thing that quietly does 20 jobs without getting any credit, like being a mom.
We do want to be clear. If you're on blood pressure medication or any cardiac medication, please do not stop or adjust without talking to your doctor. But do ask about your magnesium status, and specifically ask for your red blood cell magnesium test, not just serum. This reflects magnesium in the cells and tissues rather than the small fraction in the blood serum.
Okay, Spotify listeners, take 2 seconds to hit that poll. It keeps us building content that is actually relevant to your life.
Episode 5 is about sleep, stress, and brain health. There is some remarkable clinical data on magnesium and sleep's onset latency. I genuinely think it will surprise many people.
Follow the show, leave a comment, share it with someone in your life. See you on episode 5. Thanks for listening.